Hi there, science fans. Welcome to another episode of Science and Other Stuff for Senior Citizens. My name is Dan Casciano. If you like these COVID-19 videos, please subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to be informed of future videos. In today's video, I will be describing what an mRNA vaccine is and how it works. This presentation is a response to a viewer's request. The outline of the video is presented in this slide. I will briefly discuss the first 3 bullet points and spend some time describing an mRNA or messenger RNA vaccine. This is the vaccine type that has been developed by Pfizer and Moderna and has been shown to have at least 90% efficacy. A vaccine is a type of medicine that trains the body's immune system to fight a disease it has not come in contact with before. RNA is a nucleic acid, and along with proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids, is one of the 4 major macromolecules essential for all known forms of life. Ribonucleic acid, RNA, and deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, are nucleic acids that are required in coding, decoding, regulation, and expression of genes. In this slide, I describe the innate and adaptive immune systems. I have described this defense mechanism in previous videos, so here I will present a short review. The diagram on the left shows several of the white blood cell types that make up this response. Included in the diagram are the individual functions of each of the cell types. The innate immune system acts as first responders that recognize a foreign invader like the COVID-19 virus and attempts to destroy that invader before it can infect the host cell. Like first responders, the innate system remains dormant and ready until it's called to action. This defense mechanism has no specificity and attacks anything that the body considers foreign. The cells of the innate immune system circulate in the bloodstream constantly looking for potential danger. Sometimes the danger is too intense for the first responders, and others must be called upon to prevent further damage. The adaptive immune system is portrayed in the diagram on the right. Unlike the first responders, the adaptive system resembles the pandemic responders. Pandemics usually occur after a foreign invader takes hold in a society, and normally there is a period of time after the invasion before substantial defense is generated. In the case of the adaptive immune system, this takes between 24 to 48 hours post-invasion, depending upon the host as well as the invader. The cells in the right diagram, the B cells and T cells, are called upon to clonally expand, that is, to increase their numbers, and defend against the invaders either through the formation of antibodies or by killer cells and memory cells. The B and T memory cells remember the signature of the foreign invader, allowing a more rapid defense against the invader upon subsequent infection. In this slide, I briefly describe what is called the central dogma of molecular biology. This dogma dictates how an organism converts the blueprint or instructions contained in the DNA of cells into the essential protein products that function to maintain the integrity of the organism. In a human, each cell contains DNA that has instructions for approximately 30,000 genes. Each gene contains a specific DNA sequence prescribing a product, usually a protein. A process called transcription converts or transcribes the DNA sequence into an RNA sequence called the messenger RNA. This takes place in the nucleus of the cell. In the diagram, the messenger RNA is depicted as a linear sequence that then undergoes a process called translation. The messenger RNA sequence is decoded or translated to form the protein product. This process takes place outside of the nucleus in the cytoplasm of the cell. In the cytoplasm, an intricate set of molecules make up what is called the protein synthesizing machinery. Once a protein is synthesized, it can remain within a cell to function, or it can be secreted out of the cell into the bloodstream, like an antibody, to function outside of the cell. The diagram on the right describes a similar process, except the messenger RNA for the COVID-19 spike protein is synthesized in a research laboratory instead of a cell's nucleus. If one determines the COVID-19's instruction for the spike protein, it becomes relatively easy to synthesize those instructions to make the messenger RNA. That message needs to be stabilized and incorporated into a nanoparticle in order to safely inject it into a human. Once the message is incorporated into the host cell, it hijacks that cell's cytoplasmic protein synthesizing machinery to make many molecules of the COVID-19 spike protein. One of the cells that incorporates the man-made spike protein messenger RNA is a human immune cell called an antigen-presenting cell, or APC for short. After translating the messenger RNA to the spike protein, that protein migrates to the surface of the APC cell and then presents it to other immune cells. That presentation to certain T lymphocytes causes B cells to differentiate or change into memory B cells or plasma cells responsible for making the antibody that inactivates the COVID-19 virus. The inactivation occurs because the antibody prevents the attachment of the virus spike protein to the host cell, preventing entry of the virus into the cell. The APC cell also presents the spike protein to a certain T cell type that then causes differentiation into T memory cells and T cells capable of killing virally infected host cells. This action is represented on the bottom left-hand side of the diagram, while the B cell action is portrayed on the right side of the diagram. All of this is set in motion by the laboratory-synthesized spike protein messenger RNA. In order for this particular type of vaccine to work as presented, it must be stored at minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit and then thawed prior to injection into a human. This slide describes recommended CDC guidelines to combat the spread of the COVID-19 virus in the absence of the vaccine. Washing of hands, socially distancing, avoiding indoor and outdoor crowds, and properly wearing a mask will combat the virus in the absence of a vaccine. Recently, the CDC updated its finding on mask wearing, indicating the mask protects the wearer as well as those around you. Use of these proven methods will inhibit or slow down our country's trajectory into a viral abyss. For more information about science, visit my website at www.dcasciano.com. If you have any questions or would like me to develop a video on a specific science subject, leave them in the comments section below or email me at dan@dcasciano.com. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you can be informed when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching Science and Other Stuff for Senior Citizens. Bye.